And we're live. All right, welcome everybody. This is Eli Gonzalez, and I'm here with Morag, and we're actually going to be helping you guys out today. I noticed that I'm just talking to everybody inside of the Zoom room, how, we're really, understand that some of you have been going on all day or all afternoon, depending on where you're at, and sometimes all evening, depending on where you're at. So, but we're here to try to help you guys out. The nice thing about, being the third day, guess what? Less people, you get more likely to get your questions answered because you are still here. So it's amazing. Give yourself a high five or high 10. And I'm looking forward to being able. It's 2 a.m. in Japan. That's crazy. So Steven says it's 2 a.m. in Japan. So so you see what I mean? It's like when something's important to you, you don't make excuses, right? You just make it happen. And so yeah, if you have any questions, you will want to be inside of Zoom. I haven't checked real quick to make sure that the link is not, if it's not there, I'm going to show you how to get there, actually, as a matter of fact. Let me do that. And then in the meantime, we'll try to get you guys the link. I'm going to share my screen real quick. So if you are in the, let me do this, in the Facebook group, normally you're just going down this path down here. All you need to do is look to the left. If you're on a desktop, look for the events tab. If you are in a mobile device, a lot of times the events tab will be at the top, and there'll be 3 bars, like a menu bar. You click on that and you'll be able to see the events. But all you have to do is go to events, and everybody that's inside of the Zoom room already has done this already. And they just look for today. There is, I think this is this morning. So you're going to have to click on see more because we have quite a few events that happened today already. So it's down here. Today's the 12th. So it's this one right here. Okay. Right before the Thursday one. You click on it. Normally you don't have that many. You'll see the link right here. And all you have to do is click on that link. It'll take you inside of a Zoom registration. And because we already started, you only have to wait for an email or anything like that. It'll actually take you right into the call. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this and put it over on the Facebook feed, on the live feed. So you guys have it, unless Morag already did it. She might be ahead of me.
It should be just above the video.
Let me go ahead and refresh the page.
The video.
I don't see it, but did you already put it on the featured?
It should be I didn't pin it to featured, so
okay, I'll do that. I'll do that real quick. That way everybody can see it, because there's a lot of people going live right now. Because Russell actually asked some of you guys to go and do your first ad, so I don't want for you guys. If you leave, you'll be able to find us again. Just look under the featured tab, and you'll be able to see it right there. So I'm going to go ahead and pin it to featured. And I'm going to put this, I can't pin it, I don't think, Morag, but I'm going to go ahead and put also in the comments. But you can see it's above, there's a link above the video, or you can click on the one that I just put in the comments. Either way, you're welcome to be here. So Phil, how are you? Nice to see you guys again. James, Stella. So if you guys have any questions, definitely come in. It's going to be probably one of those sessions that we're going to be able to answer a lot of questions very quickly. So looking forward to seeing you guys in there. Let me just go over here to feature one more time and just pin that to the very top to make it easy for you guys to find. If I can find the live. Oh, I got to refresh probably. And by the way, if you ever on Facebook and you can't find lives, refresh. See, and now I was able to find it. It's so funny. And it's already pinned to the top. So we're ready to go. Welcome everybody. Hopefully I gave everybody enough time to make it into the room and start asking you questions. If you are inside of the room, and you probably heard me say it before if you were here before, but if you're just getting in here, look for the Q&A, put your questions in there. We're going to feed off of that for the most of the afternoon, and we'll go forward from there. Okay. All right. So no further ado, Morag, how are you?
Thank you, Eli. Thank you so much. So day number 3 already. Like, I can't believe how quickly this is going. So we've got lots of people joining us on Zoom. Welcome. Let's go ahead. We'll jump straight into questions. If you were with me on Monday, you will know we go fast. We get a ton of things covered. We're just going to boom, 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 go through your questions. Eli's with me. He's going to be keeping an eye on the chat and the Q&A. So feel free, throw your your questions at us and we will go as fast as we can. Okay, so with no further ado then, and before we do, I'm noticing a lot of questions about day 3's one-pager. Eli, I don't know if you can pop that in chat and maybe on the
Yes, I
Facebook
can.
thread as well, because it seems
Better.
a lot of people are looking for that. Stephen is asking, can we use CF 2.0 to make funnels in non-English languages and do business in other countries? I am in Japan. Yes, you can. So you would just do it in your language. And in fact, when everybody was sharing their funnels earlier this week, I saw someone who had done just that. So yes, you can is the answer there. Karen, I've been looking for the members area, can't find it in ClickFunnels 2.0. And can I connect more than one domain name to the members area within the same workspace? So inside 2.0, you can do courses. We're going to kind of get into that a little bit more as the week goes on. And the answer is yes, you most definitely can have more than one domain in there as well. So Karen, the answer is yes, we will be covering it a little bit later on. So you can just relax for today. By the way, as I'm continuing through the questions, let us know if you have not been able to find ads. You know that today in the one pager, and Russell showed you how you can find ads, like you go to the Facebook ads library, how you can bring them up. If you haven't been able to find ads, because obviously, you know, if you're in the health space, you know, wealth, relationships, fantastic, but maybe you've got something and you're struggling to find ads, let us know in the chat box or the Q&A box, because we can definitely share some strategies there. Kelly, how can I only change the size of the text without changing the size of the text on the PC version? I think this is something that came up in this morning's session. So what I'm going to do is we'll leave this open for now, and then kind of in the next 10, 15 minutes, we'll go into ClickFunnels and let's see if we can do some of this stuff together. Evren, how can we ask live questions at the VIP session with Russell? I joined through Zoom, yet there was no Q&A button. So if you raise your hand in that VIP room and just say, hey, I've got a question, you'll also see in the morning that when Russell maybe goes live, he'll say like, okay, send us your questions. So do look out for the prompts there to get your questions in so that the team can go through them. Ramona, I have not been able to access any VIP info today or yesterday. So anybody that's expecting to access VIP, you should have received an email. Eli, can you possibly put the link for ClickFunnels CF2 support so that they can reach out to customer service? If you should have VIP access, they'll be able to help you. One thing as well, you are going to have all of the VIP sessions recorded. So yes, they are recorded. They will be available there for you. Let's continue. Stephen, can we switch the domain we use for the trial page funnel later? 100% yes. And what we'll try and do as well, I know that Eli has a session later in the week. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, we've got a session as well. We'll be able to show you, okay, here's how we do that. Today, because we've got like an hour, we need to cover the homework. So what we're doing here is like rapid fire. Tomorrow morning, we'll have a bit more of a chance where we can show you, okay, here's how we do that. But the answer is most definitely yes. Stephen, I will leave your question open as well, so that when we go into ClickFunnels, if we have a chance, we'll look at that. Eric, how can I build mock funnels to show the general idea of the funnel to a client without having to tie it to my domain? So that's a great question. And the answer would be to have maybe another workspace. Okay, you can have lots of different workspaces inside your ClickFunnels account. So I would have a workspace for my personal funnels, and then I could have a workspace for my mock-up funnels. So that's what you can do. And again, we can show you how to create additional workspaces if that's something that you want to do. Tomorrow, we're going to be getting, as you probably heard Russell say, we're going to be going into funnels like in detail tomorrow. Todd, wondering if Dante has an answer to my question earlier today about mobile. I do believe he's in the editor, maybe looking for that. But Todd, what I'm going to do, because it's a question that came up from Kelly earlier, so I'm going to keep your question open here so that when we go into ClickFunnels, it's just a reminder. We'll take a look at the text size there. Stella, any ideas when email sequence is coming? Oh, well, it's already live, but we're doing it in the challenge towards the end of the week. Yeah, so yes, it's in the schedule. But before I continue through here, Eli, I just realized I'm going boom. Is there anything on Facebook that perhaps we need to cover?
I haven't looked at Facebook, but I'll take a look at it in a second. But somebody in the
Okay.
chat asked, Georgia asked in the chat, how do we link the product to the download link? So that might be another one to put in the site
Sure. Yeah. So
when we start covering things.
linking your products, your downloads, absolutely. Stephen, does ClickFunnels 2.0 have any privacy policy, terms of service templates we can use for our funnels? Eli, can you see that question in Q&A? It's kind of the third one down. We do. So we've got clickfunnels.com/business tools, and in there you'll find the templates for privacy policy. So we'll share the link there, maybe in chat even, because it's something we all need privacy policies in our funnels. So yes, we do. I'll leave that question and I'm sure Eli will close it out. Stella, do you know how best we can deliver our lead magnet? So if you watched yesterday's training on the one pager, you'll see that Russell put it on the thank you page of the funnel. So that's one way. Okay, if you've got a thing, you could just have like download your lead magnet. You could have watched the video. What I would also recommend as well is send them an email. Hey, you signed up for this thing, here it is. Okay, have it on the thank you page and send them an email. And of course, we're going to be covering emails as well. Okay, Karen, I searched for power kites and could not find ads. If you have a strategy to help, that would be great. Okay, Karen, another one that, yes, we will go and find these. Before we do though, can I just ask for clarity on power kites? Are we talking about the kites that go in the sky and not the bird? I'm guessing so, but I just need to be sure before we're like looking for some kind of exotic pet that it is actually like the flying kite. Matthew, I signed up for VIP, it's taking out of the Zoom for some reason. I have access to the replay and yeah, so follow up with customer service. They'll be able to make sure. Unfortunately, I don't have like insight into what might have happened. Customer service. So again, CF2 support at clickfunnels.com. They'll be able to help you out there. Eric, when is the morning session? I think I've been missing those. So every morning at 9, no, it's not 9:30. What time is it Eastern, Eli, that we go live?
11:30 Eastern.
11:30 Eastern. So if you go into events, it should show in your time zone that every morning for 1 hour. And again, under the events tab inside the Facebook group, just make sure you mark yourself as going, because then you'll get a reminder from Facebook as well. So, you know, register for the session, join us, and we'll be able to kind of see you there. Let's see, Tendai, when I made the landing page, I used the hide option instead of deleting the boxes. How do I retrieve these? I want to bring back the announcement panel at the top of the landing page. I love that we're getting lots of how do I do this in the editor? So Tendai, I will leave your question also open. I'm just going to run through the remaining. We've got about 10 questions. I'll run through those, then we'll go into ClickFunnels. Yeah.
I have a question for you that you can answer very easily, I think. What time does the morning session start here? I'm in the UK.
4:30 p.m. That's easy. So yes, 4:30 p.m. Okay. So Matthew, Russell said to do your hook story offer in the Facebook group, didn't he? So how can I implement this as an opportunity to get leads? Or do I need to practice to become perfect to get leads? So Matthew, and I'm sure everybody else that kind of, I saw like yesterday or when we were talking about who's uncomfortable in being in front of camera, it was one of the things that came up today as well. So many people are like, yeah, oh gosh, I can't do that. So the reason Russell said, do your Facebook ad in this group is because, you know, if it was just you going live and doing your ad, like it's like, oh my gosh, everybody's looking at me. But when there's like 500 other people, like feeling scared, doing it scared, but you're not the only one. So yes, go ahead, do your ad inside the Facebook group. That was the instruction today, Matthew. So it's the reason that we're asking is so that you can get comfortable, so that you can do your because here's the thing about going live on Facebook. The very first time you do it is the hardest time. The second time, it doesn't mean it's going to be like, okay, it's amazing, I can do this, but it's not going to be as nerve-wracking as that first time. So do it inside the Facebook group. Let us know when you've done it as well, so we can also support you there too. Yeah, Eli.
Okay, so I have our friend Phil Gordon, and he asked a Facebook ad question. with the library thing. So maybe you can answer them. Looking through the Facebook ad library, I was surprised not to see some older ads from companies that I'm pretty sure have run them. I even ran an ad myself, and I don't see it in the library. Any thoughts?
Okay, so about older ads, there is a very specific reason. There is something called ad fatigue. So you can have an ad that does amazingly well, but after a certain amount of time, the cost per lead, like the cost, like let's say you spend $1 on ads and you get $2 out through your sales in your funnel. Over time, that cost will rise. So you put $1 in and you might get $1 out, right? That's when you know that ad fatigue is setting in, so you turn off the ads. So that's why you're probably not going to see a ton of older ads. Now, you can kind of turn those ads back on again at a later stage, but typically, you know, the company would then come up with more hooks, more ads. So you probably wouldn't see them running beyond, I think, 6 months. I know that seems to be the standard. And then you mentioned like your own ads you can't see. I'd be very surprised because every single page, some pages now you saw today that Russell kind of on a Facebook page, and again, I'll jump in, I'll show you like an alternative, because sometimes on the page, it will be right there on the page at the front, like page transparency. But if it's not, I'll show you where to find it. But whenever you run Facebook ads, you should be able to see them. Yeah, unless they've been kind of blocked from Facebook for some reason, which means they're not active. Yeah.
Something I just thought about that's happened before. A lot of us have ad blockers. And when we go into a lot of the different places where they're showing you ads, your ad blocker actually blocks it. I'm not sure if that's happening with Facebook with this new one, but it used to happen with the old one, the old platform, where yeah. I don't know. Did you mention that? Because I'm also looking over here.
Yes. So if you have any ad blocker software, any add-ons there, make sure that they're disabled when you're looking for ads. Number one reason. Okay, so we'll continue through and then we'll go into ClickFunnels. Stephen is asking, and this is something I have seen a lot as well. Will we still need external services like SendGrid and ClickFunnels 2.0? I can't tell you how happy I was. Like, no, we will not. We don't need to set up SendGrid ever again. So yeah, it's like, there's so many amazing features in 2.0, but like this one is right up there. So the answer is no more SendGrid. Okay, Eric, does ClickFunnels 2.0 offer web storage for our freemiums, or will we need something like Drive? So I imagine there will be some kind of size limit, but having said that, you can upload things. So yeah, it will offer some kind of storage. Okay, James, you're UK based. Like me, so any recommendations for print on demand over here? So James, what I will do is under this video, I will share some resources for the UK. But print on demand, so if you've been inspired by like the story of books today, I know a lot of people like, I want to do a book. That was something I saw in the thread. If you've been inspired and you're maybe in the UK, like, how do I do this? The number one service for self-publishing or print on demand's quite different. But if you want to do a book, Amazon have got what's called Kindle Direct Publishing. Not just for the Kindle, you can actually do physical books too. With regard to print on demand for like t-shirts or merchandise, I'll share some links below as well. Okay, let's continue. Karen says Karen has confirmed it's a kite that people use for like kiteboarding. So wait a second, but then they're remaining on the beach, so no water. Okay, Karen. Challenge accepted. I'll leave this open here. And you put the link there. So thank you. We will take a look. Ramona, I don't see any other questions. So what's happening? We asked people to put the questions in the Q&A box so that then I can read through them in order. You'll see there's also chat, which has got a ton of comments. I'm focusing on the questions in Q&A, and you're absolutely right. You probably can't, it's like, where are these questions coming from? I can't see any, but that's because it's like the host. But yeah, as you can tell by reading your question, they are in there. Can you make them visible to everyone? I will need to dig around in the settings and see if we can. Also, I can usually copy info and links posted on chat and paste in my notes, but it's not allowing for some reason. Can that be enabled? I will double check. Ramona, I'm going to leave that open simply because here we go. Tell you what, yeah, I'm going to
I
screenshot.
am an admin, so I can't tell you 100% if it's going to work the same way. But I know that in the past, you can click on the little note thing or on the three dots, and you can actually save the chat, and then you'll be able to see it after the fact. That downloads it to your computer, and you'll be able to see whatever was written.
Okay, and what I might do as well. So I think this was Ramona. Yeah, Ramona. I will see if I can get the Q&A, and I will upload it like under the replay. I'll put the link, like if you want to see the questions, because I do think there's a lot of value to like, okay, what was this question, and like how it ties in if you're watching the replay. So Ramona, I've taken a screenshot of your questions so that I could, just as a reminder for me.
And by the way, I have been putting the links both in the chat and in the Facebook group comments.
Okay, fantastic. Hanan is asking, how can I add the PDF funnel as a lead? So I believe Eli showed that yesterday. If you're able to watch the replay of yesterday's session, Eli covered that there. Kelly, can you have different businesses and marketing settings for different workspaces? Yes, you can. And this is another thing that kind of sets ClickFunnels 2.0 just way out there. You know, if you are someone that works with clients, so you can have your own personal workspace, then you can have workspaces for client A, client B. If you build funnels for other people, you can build funnels and then just hand the workspace over to them. Or you could say, look, hey, would you like me to maintain these funnels for you? But they still have access. So yes, you can, completely separate. Okay, Todd, this is probably covered in the one pager, but should the ad be for the lead magnet or for our $7 offer? Great question. You're probably going to get cheaper ads for your lead magnet, because when it's free, right, you're giving away something free for an email address. So let's say it's going to cost you $1 to get someone to give you their email address, okay, for your free thing. If it's for your $7 offer, so something low ticket, it's probably going to cost you, let's say, $5. It's just round numbers there, right? So when people have to pay money, so £5 to Facebook will get somebody to buy that. But the difference is that with your lead magnet, you're then emailing them, building the relationship. Some of them probably won't buy. You heard some stats from Russell, like 30% of people buy, which means like 70% probably won't. But for your $7 offer, like you've now got a customer. And it's like something like 70% easier to get that person that spent $7 with you to spend some more money with you for your higher priced offer. So I would probably run ads to both of those, see how they're both performing, and just like look at the numbers from there, because you'll see there's different results. And further down the line as well, like the value of a customer that came in through your lead magnet versus the value of a customer that came in and spent some money at the outset. Stephen, assuming if we have not yet built any funnels in our ClickFunnels Classic or 1.0, then we can just switch to ClickFunnels 2.0 only. Absolutely, go for it. That's what you call going all in. Let's see, Matthew, going back to the day one, the site I created is still showing up as my workspace, and I copied the link in the Facebook page, showing as my workplace. How do I do it? Is it worth going through the end of Russell's video? Yes, do make sure that you're watching all of that video, because you will see in the video at the top of the one pager, Russell he shows you step by step, and sometimes he'll be like, hey, watch, do this bit here. So yes, I would say go through the steps. If for some reason it doesn't work, reach out to support. Jeff, can I upload my ebook and lead magnet directly into ClickFunnels 2.0, or do I need something like Amazon storage? I don't know, Eli, if you're able to take a look inside ClickFunnels 2.0 and like see what the storage is like, because this is something that's come up a couple of times.
Question, yeah, I'll try to work on that right now. I'll
continue running through here, and Jeff, Eli's very kindly going to go into ClickFunnels, take a look and see if there's any limit there. How does one create a new workspace? So we can show you that tomorrow morning. You simply need to go into your team settings. It's a bit more advanced. So simply because it doesn't take long, it's like 2 minutes, but because it's something that not everybody would perhaps need to do at this stage, it's more tomorrow morning when we've got a bit more kind of less questions, shall we say. Jeff, do I need to set up Stripe, or can I just use Payments AI without Stripe? So here's the thing, I set up Payments AI earlier, and it doesn't look like you need Stripe. I thought that you'd need Stripe or PayPal to plug in there, but it looks like we will not need Stripe or PayPal. You can add them if you want like an additional gateway. And yeah, but you don't have to. Tendai, thank you. I just spotted in chat that Dante went through setting up a new workspace. So maybe you've got the replay you can watch there as well. Andrew, if the domain is still in processing, do I wait until the 48 hours are up? Yeah, sometimes the internet, everything to update all over the place. Just wait those 48 hours. I bought one on like Monday morning. I wanted to see how long it would take. 24 hours later, it was still securing. So it was all connected, but it was still securing. And then later on that day, I logged into ClickFunnels and it was connected, ready to go. So yeah, please give it the time. I'm not very patient when it comes to things like that. So I understand, it's like, I just want to get it done. But yeah, give it the time. It's the internet and you should be good to go there. Okay, Evrim, may I share my lead capture script on funnel scripts and get your comment on it? Unfortunately, we can't give like individual feedback because obviously you probably, we've got tens of thousands of people in the group. If we made an exception and gave feedback for you, as much as we'd love to, unfortunately time, we would then have to be fair and like do it for everyone, and time just wouldn't allow us to. So everyone, unfortunately, we can't guarantee individual feedback this time around. Don, again, SMTP accounts within ClickFunnels 2.0. No, we don't need to do that. Yay. Okay, Andrew. Andrew is asking, where do I find the VIP replay? Is there a dashboard for that? Yes, what I'm going to do, because Eli is inside ClickFunnels at the moment looking for the confirmation on storage limits. So Andrew, what I'll do is I'll keep your question open. And then once like Eli's back, he'll put the link where you can log into that VIP dashboard. Ramona, no dots on where the chat would usually be. Okay, leave this one with me. I will, for those of you that would like the chat file and the questions, I will upload them as a link under the replay. Okay, and you don't want your leads to click on a workspace site, do you? Exactly. All right, Andrew, you are welcome. Natalie, okay, so Natalie's also got the lead magnet question as well. Okay, so I have whizzed through, I think, Q&A. So Andrew is saying, I'm afraid that I will be behind. I know we move quickly, and I know that it feels like we've covered a ton this week, like all of the information that Russell has shared, all of the speakers, like there's probably a lot of new information. But I promise you, you have what it takes. If you're here, and Andrew, like for you, I can tell the fact that you've given of your time at the end of the day, it's been a long day. And here's the thing, we're not on day 1 or 2 anymore when it's like most people are excited and like, yeah, this is a new thing. It's a challenge. We're digging in. And it's usually about this point, we're halfway through. The people that haven't got what it takes, who thought that Russell was just going to hand them like a 7-figure funnel and all they need to do is just like wait for their 2 Common Club award, they've gone, right? If you're here, and especially if you're in the implementation session, you have what it takes. So even if you fall behind, even if you were to start at day 1, you have what it takes to catch up to today. Okay, and myself, Eli, Lee, Dante is your coaches. We will help you with that as well. So I understand your fear. Yeah, it's quite normal. Like, okay, we're moving quickly. Like it might feel that everybody's running and like, oh gosh, hey, I'm at the back here. If that happens, let us know and let us help you catch up. Okay, completely normal though to feel that kind of like, could this happen? Fiona. I've done something odd with my day one homework. I can't make the page live. Shall I scrap it and start again? You can absolutely, there is probably a way to make the page live. I will show you, Fiona. I'll keep your question open. In about 2 minutes here, we're going to be going into ClickFunnels. So I'll show you maybe where you need to check. Let's see, as for the lead magnet day 2, it is saying live when I'm still going through the features to familiarize myself with the tools before I'm happy to see how it looks. Does it mean it's live for people to see or not? If you have the link set as public, so yes, if it's set as public, not private, then yes, people will be able to see it. So you can turn it off. And again, Matthew, I will keep this open. We're just about to head into ClickFunnels, so I'll show you how to do that. All right, and Tendai, will the landing page always have ClickFunnels in the link? No, because when you have your domain in there, when you have your thing, it will have your link in there. Okay, so as I line up my screen to go into ClickFunnels to answer the questions that I've left open, Eli, how did you get on inside ClickFunnels looking for the limits there?
It's saying unable to start video. I don't know why.
Oh, okay, let me see if I can find you. Let's go here. Let's
I had
see.
it on before and it went away.
Does that help?
Let's see if it lets me. Yeah, it did.
You're back again.
All right. So I was not able to find something definitive, but I was able to go, and when you create a product, you can upload digital assets in that product. And I was able to, it started taking the 1 gigabyte file, video file. I'm not sure if it's where to find it yet, because I haven't gotten that far. But it was able to take a lot more than the 3 megabytes that we used to have. And that's what I've heard before. So most likely going to be fine. You're not going to upload videos. Videos usually go somewhere else. I just wanted to see how much it wouldn't give me an error, right? And it didn't. So I'm going, okay, that's pretty good. So that's the best I can do for right now. I put out a question and see if I could get the answer before the end of the call, and I'll go ahead and answer it then.
Excellent, thank you, appreciate that. So as you can hear, Eli tried to upload like a huge file, and so far so good. So for those of you that have used digital assets of 1.0, you'll be like, yes, okay. So I've got my ClickFunnels dashboard open here. So for Fiona, you probably tried to make the theme live. So I'm just going to switch away from this theme. So if I do explore new themes, and let's just go to this green one. Okay, so I'll click install. Okay, and let's give it a second here, because I clicked the install button, but you'll notice that here, hold on, it's still the old theme. So this is what I'm wondering when you say like, okay, I can't make the page live. Even though I installed the green theme, what I need to do down here where it says draft themes, okay, and if I just click, so what I did, just to kind of there, click draft themes, and now you'll see there's that green one. All I'm going to do is view all themes down at the bottom. Okay, and let me kill my video so it's not over the top. And then you'll see now here are all my themes that I installed, and this is the active one. If I want this green one, okay, this one right here, to make it live, I just click this plus symbol. So let's make this my live one. Okay, save it. And now you'll see if we go back to the dashboard. Okay, let's just go back here. And you should see it will now be that green one. So what I would encourage you to do is give that a go, see how you get on there. And if not, or if you run into any problems, reach out to customer support or technical support, and they'll be able to help you there. And then Matthew is saying, didn't Russell say to make it live for people to see it in the Facebook group? So yes, we would always advise make your funnel live, because so that people don't get like, sorry, we couldn't find that page. Okay, so let's just come back here. I'm going to go into the editor. A question that was coming up. Let's just switch back to the original one. I'll view all themes. Okay, and then we'll just make this one our live theme, and we'll go into the editor. Okay, and then the question that's been coming up is how can I change the size of the text on mobile without changing it on desktop, okay, or vice versa. So let's go in here. Okay, we'll just click customize. And of course, because I'm sharing my screen, I've got so many things open. So here we've got my page, all right, up at the top here. So this is how I switch between desktop view and mobile view. So the first thing that you'll see that when I'm on desktop view, this headline here, if I go into the settings, okay, you can see that it's large text, right? If I wanted to, I could edit the whole style. But if I come over here, and now it's automatically, so the template that you have should automatically optimize itself for mobile. Okay, but if you wanted to, okay, what you can do here is you can edit style. Okay, and then we can come through here and you can then have a style sheet for mobile. Okay, but you probably look over here. It's automatic. This is another difference between the original ClickFunnels and ClickFunnels 2.0. You no longer need to stress about fonts and everything there. It's automatically going to do that for you. So I know that if you were in any of our trainings in ClickFunnels Classic, we kind of emphasize, make sure that your funnel looks good in mobile, make sure that your fonts are good. But if you're using like the share funnel, maybe let me know if it's a problem in the lead magnet funnel, but certainly it should be able to just handle things automatically for you. Yeah, we can look into this together, but it looks like you should be good to go there. Okay, and then Georgia, your question about linking the lead magnet from yesterday. If you watch the replay of yesterday's implementation session, Eli goes over it there. Okay, so I'm just going through. It looks like I'm up to speed on questions. Trudy's got a good question here. When you change themes, does your copy and content transfer to the new theme? No. So as you saw there, I changed the theme, but it didn't change the content or the copy. What you would probably do, that's a really good, if we come back, because if you think of a theme like a website as well, so we're customizing that theme. Yeah, and inside there, so when we come down here, you can see I've got like 2-3 different versions, and then I could go. So different pages, different templates there. Okay, good question though. All right, let's come over here. My picture mobile view was not where I wanted it to be. I like it where it was located on desktop. So all you would do there is, I should have kept the editor open, but all you would do, in fact, it's probably going to be easier to show you, but when you open up the picture, you'll be able to see you can set, so let's just do that one there. Okay, into settings. Okay, and look down at the bottom. Okay, visibility. So on this one, it's showing, okay, I want to show this on mobile and desktop exactly the same. Let's say, okay, I just want this one on desktop, right? And then when I go into mobile, there's no image there. But if I wanted to, right, and I'm not saying like you wanted the picture under the title, right? So add element, or I could add it here, okay, wherever I want that image to go. So add element and then image, okay, come in here. I'm just going to add that picture. All right, so there. And on this one, because obviously if I just left it, right, if I go into visibility and it's all, I'm now going to have 2 on desktop, right? We don't want that. So what I'm going to do now is this image right here. I want this one just to be mobile only. So I can have an image on mobile, and I can also have a different one or a different position on desktop. Yeah. Okay, so I'll keep the editor open in case there are any other questions. Before I continue though, and we go on the search for ads, does anybody have questions? Eli, anything that's coming up?
I got my answer. Our awesome friends over in ClickFunnels 2.0 tech support got back to us very quickly. So I can actually talk you through it if you want to go back to site inside of ClickFunnels. And we're going to go actually over on the right-hand side. I mean, sorry, left-hand side once you get there. I got to move some things out of the way. Go to settings, the little wheel at the bottom.
Yep.
And we're going to go from there. We're going to go to my assets, which is like halfway down. That in the seconds on the left hand side, the second one. Yeah,
sorry.
No worries.
It's like confused between left and right.
This is all new to all of us, right?
Yeah.
And there you go. You actually have uploaded some things in here before. So these are the I'm going to put it on the chat and I'll put it over there. These are the limits that we have, at least for right now. So image size can be up to 10 megabytes. Video size can be up to 3,000 megabytes, so 3 gigs. Audio max size is 1,000 and fonts 10 megabytes.
Fantastic. So
they were awesome. I mean, like, this is what we're telling you guys. If you need any help, go to that CF2 support at clickfunnels.com. They'll take care of you very quickly.
Fantastic. So that is amazing. So just a quick reminder how I got there. So from my dashboard. Okay, so let's just, and remember, I know that's something that comes up. It's on the one pager today. How do I log back into ClickFunnels? So on today's one pager, okay, down here, where was it? It was, okay. I saw it on today. It was on the slides, but it's simply myclickfunnels.com. myclickfunnels.com. Okay, and then once you log into your dashboard, okay, left-hand side, settings near the bottom. And then once you do that, you'll see you then have this sub menu. Click on My Assets, and then you can arrange them into folders. But your PDF, your lead magnet, would go in here. And then, I mean, I'm trying to think if I got a PDF that I could do. Okay, upload file. And then if I just search for like a PDF, I don't want to take too much time to do this, but let's go there. Sorry, my photo's in the way and it's taking space.
Yeah, no, and it's probably not showing on this side because you might have the settings for Zoom.
Okay, so let me just we
can see the upload button. That's about it.
Okay. It's coming. Okay, so I'm trying to upload a PDF here. It may be it's in the thing. I'm not sure what's happening, but it should be. It's on its way. Let's try this one. Okay. And this is what also means this is, you know, we're still kind of, you will find things that aren't going to work. Like I'm trying to upload a PDF here and nothing is happening. Okay. Now, the file size could be too big or, you know, anything there, but I'm not going to sweat it. I will kind of troubleshoot it later. Obviously, when we're on a call like this and like the clock's ticking, it's like, okay, it's not the time for me to like, what's going on? But as you can see, you know, I'm trying to upload it. For some reason, I'm not able to, even though you can see.
I saw another one that there was something about the name and then also other things. So maybe putting a name in there. But if it doesn't do right now, that's a perfect example of something that you can bring up to ClickFunnels support, and they'll be able to see if that helps at all.
No. So, and these are, and this is why, like, do contact support, because there will be things that don't work as you expect them to, but at least you know, okay, where do I upload these things and how do I get them in there? Now, hopefully for you, it's going to be working perfectly. So, but you know where to go and how to upload there. All right, so I am going to go. Karen has asked, she's looking for Facebook ads. Now, her thing is kiteboarding. So that's the sport that you do, not in the water, you do it on the beach. So I'm just going to come to Google and look for kiteboarding. So you can see Google will tell me what people are kind of looking for. So if I look for kiteboarding on land, okay, so extreme kiteboarding, get started with kiteboarding. Okay, I'm going to go to the Facebook ads library. ads library. And let's just put in there, okay, now I like to do location is everywhere, so all, okay, all ads. And now I'm just going to go ahead and do, what am I looking for? Kiteboarding. Okay. And the reason I just put kiteboard was just to see, but you can see kiteboarding Australia. Now, sometimes you won't find exact matches, but I think kiteboard Australia or kiteboarding Australia could be quite close. So again, I'm just going to click there. And now we've got some ads. Okay, so I would always just start. It doesn't have to be like an exact match, but a tip as well is just do all. You'll notice when you go into the ad library, it shows just your location. So change that to all ads. And again, kiteboarding. Again, let's just do this one as well. No ads there, but you'll get quite quick at this. You'll just go back, yeah, and all ads. So hopefully that helps you out. You can see when I did kiteboard, for some reason, I got more kind of options coming up here rather than kiteboarding, even though it says like kiteboarding. Yeah, so that would be what I would try. You'll see here, yeah. Don't be worried if you come across like no ads. You will find them eventually. You just have to keep persevering. Another thing I like to do is go to Google, right? Remember, we're trying to find Facebook ads. You're probably thinking, well, how does Google help me find Facebook ads? So if I go to Google and type in kiteboarding lessons, okay? Kiteboarding lessons or kiteboarding coaching. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm looking for anything that says ad. Okay, let me just go back. I moved a little bit quickly there. But where it says ad, these are people spending money with Google. So would it be a fair kind of assumption they might be spending money on Facebook? So now that I know, and by the way, in Google, the ads will usually be at the top of the page and at the bottom as well, right? Like on this one, it's not, but typically top and bottom. And you can go 2 to 3 pages deep into Google. Let's just open up this one. Okay, and what I want to do, right? I know they're spending money on Google, but our homework today is to find Facebook ads. So what I'm going to do, here we go. There's a link to Facebook right up at the top here. Usually 99% of the time, it will be down at the bottom, but sometimes it will be at the top like here. I'm just going to click that link to Facebook. It's going to take me to the page. I know they're running money at Facebook I know they're running ads on Google. So now what I want to do is use page transparency, right? Like Russell showed in the video today. But look what's happened. We're on the page. Hold on a second. Where is page transparency? It's not there. Okay, so this kind of, you think I'd rehearse this, but I promise I haven't. This leads me into kind of what I wanted to show you is if you come to a page and there's no page transparency. Okay, you're digging around like here. No, it's not here. Where can I find it? Here's a tip, the About tab, because remember, every page on Facebook has to have page transparency. So if you come and it's not here, click on the About tab. And now you'll see on this left-hand column, page transparency. Okay, and then we can see, okay, they're not currently running ads. No problem, right? You'll get faster at this as you go, because remember, all you're looking for, hook, story, offer. So if you kind of come to a dead end inside the ad library, I mean, Karen, we already found some ads for kiteboarding, but if you cannot find, right, take it to Google, type in a search, you will find ads there, and then see if you can find your way back to Facebook. Yeah, and look at the ads in there. Okay, any other questions? I'm just going to answer these as we go through. I'm just going to scan. Eli, as I do that, any questions that are coming through on Facebook or anything?
Right now, the only thing I was double checking, and I can actually bring up assets. I don't know if you want me to show.
Yeah, sure, go for it. Yeah.
Very simple. I mean, not everybody's going to have the same problems when you have something new like this. So most likely, most of you are not going to have any issues, and I didn't have any issues this time around. So I'm going over to assets like what Morak showed you. I'm just going to images. You can see how I actually uploaded that one already. I uploaded a video that was 25 megabytes. That again, that's another test. And I'm going to go to my downloads for that PDF. So I'm going to go ahead and upload image, and I'm going to just call test PDF or something like that. Upload the image. The actual file. I have one right here, one PDF. Open. And then it actually lets you even have like an image of what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and actually made an image of it. I'm going to come over here to upload images. And I believe it's under my desktop right here, this top one. And it's actually Allison's prints, something she gave away at the Funnel Hacking Live. So I have a picture of that here. So I go ahead and upload it. And actually I have something in the way here. So that's it. And then I just go ahead and click on create file. There it is. Okay. So now I can go to downloads and I'll have a link for that that I can actually share with people. There we go. See, and you can upload file, download file, depending on what you need to do with it. But yeah, that's it looks like it's taking almost anything that you throw at it. So pretty cool.
There you go. So Eli was able to succeed and get that uploaded. Okay, so Karen is saying, right, apologies, Karen. Like she's like, no, it's a different type of kite. So apologies if that's not exactly what you were looking for, but I think that's a good example that even though like, no, that's not the type of kiteboarding I'm doing. Mine is the same shape board, but differently, is you can model, like you can use it as the nearest thing. Okay, it doesn't have to be the exact same industry, but it's like, okay, people go to the beach, they use this thing. So let's like, what are they using as the hook? That's all we're looking for. And I think that's a really good point when it comes to like looking for ads. We can get so caught up in the details, like, okay, well, it needs to be this specific thing, but it doesn't. It can be a close thing, as you know, as long as I wasn't looking for like kites the bird or something else completely. Yeah. So don't worry about that. Model those kind of hooks story offer. Let's see. Okay, so one thing, Eli, this was while you were checking the limits. Can you possibly post the link for the Obvio, you know, where people go to watch the VIP, where they watch the replays? It was Andrew that was asking for that earlier. So if you could.
Yeah, and I'll show them actually, I brought that up so they can actually see it. The simplest way for them to do it is actually do it right from one of the emails. They're getting emails every day, a couple of times a day. So I'm going to share my screen real quick, and then I'll share that link because it'll take me there anyway. You guys can see my email?
Yes, we can. Yes.
Okay, so you can see right there, the third one down, day 3, join VIP laser coaching right now. Look for that stuff. They'll say VIP a lot in different places. That was, let me see, like yesterday's, I would have to go back down here somewhere. Last call, jump in. There was a few other ones because I've been clicking on them throughout. But look for that VIP or anything from Russell. But they don't all have that link. You got to look for the ones that talk about VIP. So when you click on it, they just give it to you. Like, you know, click on it, it'll take you right to that OVO. And you can save that, you know, and try to get in. You won't be able to do much with it unless you've already upgraded to VIP already. And it's a very specific link. Like, it's funny. It's like coded to you. So you'll want to go through and become VIP, get that email and use those emails, at least to get there the first time. And then after that, it'll actually remember you. Because if you go into the VIP session and you're using somebody else's, your Zoom will actually give you that other person's name. It's that coded to you. Okay. So make sure that you're doing it through your stuff and you'll do the best. But yeah, you'll have that. And then of course, if you're watching the replays, this is showing it right here as a desktop. You can see it at the top left, top right, events replays. You can click on it and it'll take you there. Or you can click on the sandwich bar, menu bar on the left-hand side, and you can click on it and you can see how they have event replays there too. Okay, and it'll take you through here. You can see day 1, both the main training, the other 2 people that spoke, and then the VIP that they had for that day. And then they might even have day 2 in here. They do, and then the VIP for day 2. Okay. And then, of course, they'll be putting day 3 in a little bit here. They have to, like, it's so I can't believe that they can actually do it the same day, because they're taking that whole video and then taking somebody and they actually put all these little things like your first funnel in the front of it and edit it, whatever didn't look right, and they put it all together and bring it up. So that takes a few hours, but they'll put it up a little bit later on today for the replays for today's stuff. And that's where you find it. Now, if you're on a mobile device, let me just do this real quick. Inspect, I think, is the one that I'm looking for. If I do it from a mobile, that's how it looks like on a mobile, see? And you might not see the events right away. You might be on the home page. You want to click on that bar up there, click on event replays, and then you'll be able to see the replays on the mobile that way. Yesterday, there was a problem with the replays being the same color as the background, so you can see them, but that got fixed in a couple hours, and yeah, you should be able to do that. Of course, if you're in the home page, it'll look like this on the home page, so it doesn't have the replays there. On a mobile device, make sure that you click on the bars and click on event replays. All right, and yeah, and let me grab this link right here and I'll give it to you guys.
All right, and I'm just going to, whilst you were doing that, so thank you very much. Hopefully that was helpful. And Karen, so I do understand about the power kites, and that you want the strategy. Like, okay, well, finding something similar is not really what I want. I really do want to find a strategy for finding this ad specifically.
Oh my goodness! All the good strategies come from from people, like things that are not your competitors. Because your competitors sometimes are already using that.
What I've done, I went back to Google. So whilst Eli was showing you that, I came back to Google and just looked like the things that Google was saying, okay, people are searching. These are things that people are searching for. So power kites for sale UK. I clicked on the ads. Okay, here's one. So this is Google, found the link to Facebook. Right, here's their Facebook page. But as you can see, when I click through, if we go here, and you'll see one of them is not running ads. And this is why you will become quick. It will, as you do this more and more. So I would recommend spend about 30 minutes, an hour just doing this. But you can see now this page is currently running ads. So this is, and I know this is your traditional surfing, but they do, if I was looking, like I found them through a Google ad, right, for kiteboarding and kite surfing. So if I'm coming here, they are running ads, view all products. Now, Karen, one thing that I do have to kind of say as well, you're probably thinking, well, and there we go, they're just doing e-commerce. Not everybody is good at marketing. Like this is where you've got like a unique advantage, because now you're going to learn about Hook Story Offer, how to sell a physical product through a funnel. Also as well, like depending on your ideal customer, on your audience, remember, like if we were in like April, this is something I would expect to see ads everywhere, because imagine spring going into summer, like it's something people want to be outdoors and doing this. We're in autumn heading into winter. So if people are using their marketing budgets, they're probably not going to be doing things on the beach, right? So that may be why as well, like you might be thinking like the quality of ads is not that good. And there is usually a reason for that. Also, it can be that companies are not very good at marketing. So we've shown you the strategy to find ads. I think it's important to kind of grasp the strategy to find ads. Go to the Facebook ads library, type in your keywords there. When you get stuck, go to Google, find some similar ads, and then find your way back to Facebook there and look for the Hook Story Offer. Now, one question that came up, it came quite a few times when Russell was live earlier, is there any way that we can see who people are targeting with these ads? Now, if only Facebook could be as transparent as that, to like, you're seeing this ad because you follow Russell Brunson, right? Wouldn't that be amazing? Well, guess what? I'm going to show you a really quick tip that when you go back to your Facebook newsfeed, you're going to view it in a completely different light. So now, as you're scrolling through Facebook, I want you to look for anything that says sponsored. Okay, you're now going to go back with the view on ads that will completely kind of change the way you think. I'll show you here. So this one right here, for example, sponsored. 3 dots over on the right-hand side. Why am I seeing this ad? click it there and look at this. I am being shown this ad. I know nothing about Banff Media, but Facebook knows that if I follow Gary Vaynerchuk, Robert Kiyosaki, Zig Ziglar, I follow all these pages. Banff Media have said to Facebook, right, go and find me the people that follow these pages, show them my ad. So we'll get into this a bit more later in the week when we talk about traffic as well. But it was one question that came up, like, wouldn't it be amazing if we knew the audiences that are targeting? Guess what? Click on your ads. Why am I seeing this ad? Okay, so with that, we are almost out of time again for today. These sessions pass so quickly, but remember, we will be back tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. You can put it into a time zone to see the kind of difference there. Any other things before we wrap up, Eli, that kind of maybe somebody urgently needs help or anything before we wrap up? See, Eli. Anybody? Let's
So
see.
it's Shane, Lee, and Jen have been covering Facebook really well. So I think everybody's taken care of over there. And by the way, that was huge gold nuggets that you just gave, because people don't know how to find those little places. That makes a huge difference on finding, you know, what we should be actually going after, when, especially if we find people that are doing really well with their ads.
Yeah, excellent. So I hope it's been useful. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Lee, I noticed, is with us as well. Welcome, Lee, and also sharing the review link in the chat. If you have found today's session useful, if you're enjoying the implementation sessions as well, like, let us know what's been helpful, because we've still got, you know, a couple of days left. We want to continue to deliver and over deliver. So if we could possibly ask you to take 2 minutes, I know it's been a long day, but if you could possibly go to YFF, as in your first funnel, so yffreview.com, and leave your feedback there, that would be of immense value to us as well. So thank you so much for giving your time. We'll see you tomorrow morning. And of course, the implementation session, kind of flexible in the start time after the VIP Q&As. Continue enjoying the challenge, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Bye.